Hi, my name is Chris Frantz. I reside in Fairfield, Connecticut, and I'm very excited about my new memoir called Remain in Love, Talking Heads, Tom Tom Club, Tina, a good deal of which I actually wrote in the Pequot Library. Pequot Library is a great library, you know. Come on in, I'll show you around. I'd just like to say that working at Pequot Library I found to be very, very fruitful. Not only very agreeable, but also very productive. And I think it's because of the overall ambiance of the library. It's a historical place, and it's got historical vibes. I always love a place that has historical vibes. I'm going to talk about why I came to the Pequot Library to work on my recently published memoir, Remain in Love. Mostly it was my beagles that made me have to get out of my house, because every time I sat down to write my first draft, my dogs would want to go outside. And so I'd get up and I'd let them out. We have a big yard, and they were able to roam around for a while, and then I was just getting back into my writing when they barked and wanted to come back in again. And so this would go on. And also my entire family works from home. So the phones are ringing and timers are going off and microwave oven beepers are going off. I thought, well, I should go to Pequot Library because it's so calm and peaceful there. It's a friendly atmosphere. I find it very welcoming. It's also very dignified. Like particularly this back room where I wrote quite a bit of my book. It's recently redecorated, but in a very distinguished style. You know, the dark red is very, particularly in the winter months, very warm feeling. But in the summer months, you have the air conditioner going off. It's okay, I know nothing's wrong, nothing. So I would have to move to another room, like on the other side of the building, in the front of the building. We're on the road to nowhere. Come on inside. They have a nice big table for writing, so I would write there when the air conditioner was too loud in the other room. Everything would be going great, and all of a sudden some very nice ladies would come in and say, "I'm sorry, sir, but you're going to have to move because it's time for our needlepoint meeting." Of course, I didn't want to interfere with their needlepoint, so I would move over to the middle of the room, which was really nice in the winter, and sit in a club chair in front of the fire. One of the librarians is very good about keeping the fire stoked. It's a good fireplace, the chimney draws very well. One librarian noticed that I was moving from room to room, and she said, "If you'd really like some peace and quiet, you can move back here where we tutor the children." And it's a little, very modern kind of classroom cubicle where you can sit in a very, upright posture and work on your book there. But I found it a little bit too much like school. so I would usually head back to one of the other rooms. I worked with a laptop, MacBook, and I didn't write it by hand or anything like that. I wrote the whole thing in Word. As I was writing the book, I was kicking myself that I didn't keep diaries. When I was going through these very eventful years with Talking Heads and Tom Tom Club. I was very fortunate to find that Tina had kept not diaries exactly, but date books, like the kind you buy at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. This particular one for the year 1977 has King Tut on the cover. That was a big year for us. We signed a record deal, released our first album, and Tina and I got married. So I'm very happy that she had all the dates, so when I was remembering back, I could get things organized in my mind. I also used things like receipts for people's per diems. Like this particular little book is for the second Tom Tom Club session in the Bahamas at Compass Point Studios. You know, people would sign off when they accepted their $30 a day per diem. And although I see most of them took a little bit more than 30. So another tool I used quite a bit was my iPhone, the little notes program. Sometimes I was on the run and an idea would come to me and I would need to jot it down. And you know, I forget to carry a journal with me to this day to jot things down. And it was very helpful in remembering, for example, where Sire Records was located on 74th Street, the exact address. And you know, that was our record company, and they were in a townhouse in New York, and so it was kind of significant that they were in a little townhouse in New York and not in some superstructure in Los Angeles, you know. I was very fortunate to have a great band teacher named Gene Wilmoth. He was a mallet instrument guy himself who played marimba, xylophone, and vibes. When I mentioned to him that I was getting nowhere on my trumpet, he said he thought I had a very good sense of rhythm, and why not try the drums? I just wanted to play music, so I said yes right away. And he gave me a pair of sticks and a practice drum pad, which was a rubber pad mounted on a piece of wood. Then he gave me a quick run-through of drum rudiments and a beginner's book and told me to start practicing. I did practice, and I practiced hard. You begin with a single stroke roll, and then you learn a double stroke roll, and then a 5-stroke, and then a 7-stroke. I got good at these before I moved on to paradiddles and ratamacues. What, you may ask, is a paradiddle? It's when you hit the drum one time with your left stick, and then again with your right stick, and then twice with your left again. Then you hit once with your right stick, and once with your left, and twice again with your right. Left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right.